path to becoming a Gideon franchisee was I owned a tutoring company once before, and I would have elementary and middle school students coming to me, and I would see a bunch of gaps. And then in the midst of this, COVID hit.
My path to becoming a Gideon franchisee, I think, started with my own children. We were living abroad for quite a few years, and we did know that eventually we would return to the United States. And so I wanted my kids to not flounder when they moved back. And so I started to really reach out to various curriculums, like in a way of trying to access them with the correspondence with Gideon that is possible. And so as I started exploring it, I realized it helped my kids so much.
I chose Gideon because of that reason, and I think they saw the passion in me working with kids, and so it was like, okay, I need to do this.
I started out in 1991 when I enrolled my 3 children at the local center in Nashville, Tennessee. It was literally one room, maybe 10 or 12 kids. I was the only one that I knew that took their children to a learning center. So after 2.5 years, we moved to Dallas, and I enrolled them again in the same type of center, but within about 6-8 months, I decided I was going to buy my own franchise. The industry has just exploded. So many children now come to either catch up, keep up, or stay ahead. It's not just the children that are struggling. It's also children that want to get 2 and 3 years beyond grade level. So it has very much changed in the 30 years that I've been involved with supplemental learning.
So my main role in this Gideon Center is center management, making sure that when the kids come in, they are set up with a particular tutor or particular tutors in order to make sure that the center runs in an efficient manner. If I have students that are out, or if I have tutors that are out, then I sit down with those kiddos until we are able to basically make sure that things continue to run smooth.
A typical Gideon day for me would be in the morning. Usually I will log in for a few hours. I'm usually looking at all my appointments for that day, that week. I'm trying to call parents and touch base before I actually have them come in for a placement testing. The second is usually I will go through all my financials. I head over at around 2 o'clock, even though I open at 4, because every day it's different. Sometimes it's folders that need to be pulled or put away. Sometimes it's just grading that didn't get done because the instructors needed to leave. So just little tasks through the day. Then 4 o'clock the kids start trickling in.
We started about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Students come in and we get them checked in, and they are dispersed to various tables working with many of our tutors that come in that are overjoyed, ready to come working with the kids. We have some students that come in, they're working for 30 minutes on math, or they may be working 30 minutes on reading. But a lot of our kids work both in math and reading as well.
We chose Gideon Math and Reading. We wanted a place to help her grow. And with COVID, we were very concerned about the loss of what she was learning and her socialization. And we wanted a place that would help her restore some of that.
Every day, she gets a little more confidence, and she gets a little more excited about writing and reading and doing her letters.
Before she was with Gideon, she was always behind in her reading. She was always struggling with the words. And I've noticed since we brought her here, she's a lot more confident.
I noticed that since being at Gideon, their attitudes and their confidence have changed. It's a very easy program to just get involved with, whether it's reading, writing, math, because they get assessed to see where they are, and from there, they can then progress forward. They can specifically nail down what area is the problem.
The moment the sign went up, people started to drive by. Some people actually left notes in the drop box asking, when are you guys open? People were just amazed that we were in the community, and they just dropped in.
School has so much they have to cover in the time that they have them for the year, that they don't have time to master really anything. And that's our goal, is to make school easy for them, and they don't feel like that it's too much for them.
The trick is in giving them the correct pathway, introducing them to the right concept at the right time. Working with kids is probably the best reward in and of itself.